some of the challenges, Tony, are the lack of sufficient rail infrastructure. We quite often end up having to truck great distances to a port facility because we don't have the rail infrastructure in place. That can get costly. Rail, as everyone knows, is a less costly mode of transportation. So that's an issue for us. Also, developing some of the smaller ports. I think that could greatly increase our export capabilities throughout Canada for agricultural products, forestry products, and in particular, mineral products, mineral concentrates.
And Brad Pettit, you mentioned before the break a little bit of the challenge with rail. Maybe expand on that a little bit and some of the other things that you're working on to meet some of your challenges.
Well, I think we've had customers approach us about the rotainer option that Mike's referring to. I think that allows the smaller players in the door, smaller mines, specialty agricultural products, things like that. But without a rail corridor, you have to truck it into Stewart. Right now, we have a great highway system for heavy loads and everything else. But without that rail corridor, the cost of transport gets significant for places like Saskatchewan and Manitoba and Alberta. And so the rail corridor is key to opening up the country in general. And I think that's evidenced by, C to C to C as a foundation. I think they've actually submitted to the National Assessment for Infrastructure. And they speak to that quite in great detail about rail corridors and whatnot.
Yeah, so let me just delve into that a little bit more. So correct me if I'm wrong, but we badly need some more investment in rail corridors and upgrade rail links and so on. So is that a matter of concern and discussion right now, Brad?
It is throughout the ports and through different, we deal with different government bodies in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and they're very interested in expanding our rail capabilities in the country. And it just kind of goes hand in hand with GDP and growth. You can't stick with the same corridors forever and ever because the country is growing and the needs of the market is growing.
Mike Warren, obviously you've picked up some ideas from overseas and different markets. Is Canada, are we competitive and very open to some of these new ideas, or is this a hard slog for you?
I believe it is very open. When I first got involved, I approached a lot of the mining companies here in BC that are shipping mineral concentrates, and many of them were very, very interested. They could see the advantages of the system. What I did run up against was they didn't want to be the first ones. So that was a tough slog, trying to convince one of them to start first. And we've done that now. Starting at the end of this year, we'll have a copper gold mine in southern BC. We'll start to export their copper gold concentrate through a terminal on the Fraser River using our system. They've acquired about 700 containers. The terminal has acquired 3 rotating spreaders to do the loading. And that's going to be the first one of its type in Canada. And I fully expect there to be a lot of interest and some follow-up after that.
Right. So you're starting to get some pickup, and how are you getting that financed?
Well, at the moment, in this particular case, the mine wanted to purchase the goods themselves, and same thing with the terminal operator. However, in all cases, we have offered leasing financing arrangements. Now, there has been some discussion about the federal government maybe taking an interest in this, in which that would really open up some doors and change the whole scheme of supplying rotainers throughout the country.
We're going to have to take another break, guys. We'll take a break, but we'll be right back with this important topic and this important issue. Please stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.